Hello, hello out there in 4D land. Welcome to the Ultimate No Prep Challenge for the week of February 13th. This is a weekly game. We're trying our hardest to 4D roleplay with a randomly generated tone, setting, and GM. This is a challenge. I'm Chris. I've been doing it this entire year. I want to do it the entire year, 52 times. I am a 4D role player that loves short games and one-shots, so this is right up my alley. That is me. Let's go down the line. Go ahead.
Hello, I go by Elisha online. I have been a forever GM for about 10 years now, specifically running the GURPS system. I was introduced to 4D role-playing yesterday, and I'm trying to get better at GMing and role-playing in general.
Awesome.
What's happening, folks? It is Uriah. My YouTube channel is at Roll On Buddy. That's ROLE on Buddy. I talk about 4D role playing and just role playing in general. I used to run this whole shebang and have graciously passed along the mantle to Chris, and he's been rocking it out. I'm super happy with how this is going. But this will be my official de-rusting session to get back into the swing of things. It's been a while since I played a game, so I'm excited.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm Nicholas. You can call me Silver. And this will be my third UnPC. And I think that's it.
I'm Pancake. I've ran 2 games with Chris on UnPC. I'm excited to be a player for once.
Awesome. So before we get to it, I just want to remind everyone, this is a way to get vetted in the Discord server. So if you want that precious red roll that allows you to announce that you are a extreme 4D role player, please join the weekly No Prep. And this is the vetting session for Elisha. So everyone give him a hand for trying out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so that was the player intro. Why don't we go ahead and roll for the random stuff? Pancake, can you roll a D8 for tone?
I certainly can. 5.
Heroic. All right. Awesome. Cool. Let's have Uriah roll.
Sure.
For
D20?
setting. Yes.
Awesome. Oh boy, here we go.
This may involve multiple rolls.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you'll have so many roll multiples.
Yeah,
up there now. It's
this might get crazy here.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's do it. 8 noir. Heroic noir.
Interesting. Heroic noir. Okay, Elisha, can you go ahead and roll a D4?
Oh shoot.
I can. I'm going to use it on Google. I got a 3.
3.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
That is Uriah.
Heck yeah.
let's reorganize a little bit.
Awesome. Sweet.
Heroic noir.
I don't got to do a thing.
Yeah, we do have a lot of players, so it's going to be a little different.
Cool.
So what the hell does that mean? Heroic noir.
And I have no idea.
I'm immediately thinking Disco Elysium. That is the video game that pops into my mind when thinking about it.
Okay.
The only noir I know is Sin City. And maybe Spider-Man noir.
Spider-Man noir. Okay.
Not to make an ad of it, but there's a trailer with Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man noir. It looks pretty cool.
It's interesting. So heroic and noir are kind of at odds with one another as far as genre speaking, because there is sort of moral ambiguity with noir, but heroic is morally black and white. So they're kind of at odds with one another. So it'll be interesting how we take it. The first thing that comes to mind, of course, you could do sort of that 20s era, smooth jazz in the background with the cigarette smoke and everything. But I like the idea of the characters are under the impression that they are the ones who are, they think that they're doing the right thing, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not exactly sure. If that makes sense.
Sure.
I was thinking maybe it's a I don't know if it's a classic or an archetype, but detectives in 1940s, the middle of second war, working for corruption politicians and maybe something like that.
Sure.
Yeah. So, did somebody mention Sin City? That
Yeah, I did. That's
Okay.
the only noir.
Yeah, because it's like in Sin City, like when we say heroic, are we talking about kind of like larger than life characters, or like people that are doing like heroism?
Yeah,
Because we could kind of like lean into the Sin City, which is like
Sure.
is like I'm the mega muscle guy, and I'm
It's a little bit more comic booky, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd be down with something like that, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make life a whole lot easier, just as far as like character direction, because you don't really have to think about like this, like how do I play conflicted? You're all right, Alicia. How do I play this conflicted, character or something like that?
Yeah, if we go comic booky, we're just sticking with tropes. It's pulpy.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely pulpy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like it because I suggested it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that too.
Do you guys think still in the 1940s before the war?
Yeah.
I would even be down for 1930s.
Sure.
Like build up to it, a lot of like corporate political intrigue. There was a lot of things going, like American businesses were investing heavily into Germany at that time. That would be an interesting angle to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I'm down for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're just throwing ideas out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we're detectives searching for a missing girl.
Yeah. I want to be a washed up boxer.
Nice.
In whatever capacity I am now. So I used to be a boxer, but I'm like late 40s. Little punchy.
But by the character I randomly generated, I think mine is a bit of a nerd. Not a socially awkward nerd, but a high intellect guy with a bit of social skills. So maybe I'm the detective behind the desk on the field for the first time or something like that. I don't know if there were this kind of thing in the 1930s. I suppose so. I mean, if we're leaning towards the detective trope, I mean the detective guy, noir stuff. Because there's also the LA Noir game, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm thinking of a character concept here, and I'm thinking about playing some sort of guy in his 50s or 60s that served in the Second Boer War in the very late 1800s, but was some sort of intelligence during then. Some sort of desk type with connections, and that knows these people just because he has been sending letters to all of these people all over the world, doing some sort of logistics support, probably.
Okay.
I'm thinking I want to be like an investigative journalist. So I don't have any real authority. I'm trying to find the truth.
So we
All
have
right.
the characters. I think mine would be the younger one, maybe. Maybe I'm just a police watch.
All right. I'm Frank Stone. There we go. Let's see. Uriah, do you have any idea of where we are?
I think so. My idea, sort of the kind of the premise, whether y'all are like PIs that have been hired, or if you're like a kind of your own little PI syndicate, whether you're all working together or you're just kind of circumstantially united. I'm going to say that there has been a kidnapping. A pretty high up CEO of the Jessup Logistics Company, his daughter has been kidnapped.
Alrighty.
It might be interesting if we all are on the same case, but we're all kind of coming at it from different angles.
Sure.
So like we're all investigating our own thing, and we happen to kind of it all relates to the same case.
Right.
I'm going to say Reginald Williamson works for the Jessup Logistics Company and is handling internal affairs and reporting for this on the company side.
Okay.
Do you have the names for the father and the missing daughter?
So the father's name is Grant Rafferty. And the daughter's Grant Rafferty, and the daughter's name is Darcy Rafferty. And Elisha, if you would, you can actually change your name on StreamYard. We tried to. Yeah, he's way ahead of me. Yeah, you like I said, you click the name down below and you can change it. That way there's no confusion and we all know what each other's in character names are.
Cool. Who's the dame? That poor girl.
Darcy Rafferty.
Darcy.
Thank you.
Darcy. Is it okay if I put the Cole Phelps side from LA Noir by my side here, or is it maybe get copy reading?
Your background, you can do whatever you want, man. Or I mean, it's not my stream. I shouldn't say that. So
do whatever, as long as it doesn't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Should we do this? Is this too?
No, I wouldn't.
We're all in the mind of Uriah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you seen Silva? Have you seen Nicholas's other setup with
the moving character?
Yeah, the moving character.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
He showed me on the program he used.
Yeah. We had characters like that set up for the whatchamacallit game. Shout out to Common Enemy. That was really fun.
Yeah, that's a good. That was a good series. So what I have, sort of the foundation of the information that has already been gathered.
Mm-hmm.
You all have been essentially led to you've been led to the Harry S. Truman Regional Library. And you've heard tell of a hidden speakeasy residing in that place.
Sorry, I do not know what that is.
A speakeasy is like a hidden bar. So, people, it's a place where people go, back in the Prohibition days in America, alcohol, for a time was illegal to sell and to own and stuff. So what people would do is they would build these sort of hidden bars for people to go to. And they called them speakeasies.
Got it. What city are we in again?
Oh, that's a great question. Baltimore. Pulled that out of my butt.
The name of the corporation again?
Oh, Jessup Logistics.
Okay.
Baltimore's a really good place for a logistics company to be based out of it during this time period too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good poll.
Cool.
But in order to get into the speakeasy, you have to have a specific code word. And that code is you speak to the librarian and you ask for books on the whetstones.
Who wants to be part of the detective agency that I'm part of? Cole, Ryan?
Sure. I'll be. That's what I'm saying for. I'm kind of the detective.
Would it be Stone and Phelps? There we go.
Reginald, do we want to say that Reginald is sort of the in for everybody else? With him,
yes, I think that would be a good way to put it, because he is not going to exactly be a detective.
Sure.
So he's going to be more so introducing these other people to contacts that he was given by Grant Rafferty.
Sweet.
So just so we're clear, Stone, you'll be my partner?
Yeah, I think we're both detectives that are on the case. Harding, are you Mr. Ryan Harding?
I think I'm an independent journalist.
Okay, gotcha.
I dig it. So do we want to start inside the speakeasy already, or does anybody want to fiddle around with the library?
I would say let's start on the action. So
cool.
I want to start in there.
All right. Anybody have any questions or any final things? Sure.
I'm trying to fill out this character sheet. How much do I need to really care about that?
Well, you need to have your you need to have all your stats prepared.
Okay, because I'm looking at the 60, 50, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30, and the sheet is only allowing me to put in 150 instead of 250s. So I'm getting confused about that.
Is there a bug?
Maybe.
Could be a bug. If you have numbers, I would just roll with it.
Okay,
that's weird. Yeah, it's weird because it shows the same. Well, you should be able to. Hold on.
You know, let's you select one.
Oh, so okay, that makes sense. So it's only showing on each of the one. It only shows 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. but if you put in, oh no, it doesn't. It blinks it out.
And maybe it's a bug.
Interesting. Okay.
Generate a
is-
random character, and then you can unselect and select again. Just so we can continue. I'll look into it later.
as
I
well.
just pressed random character until I got a guy that can punch, and then whatever else, that's fine.
Yeah, I did a random character and figured out what they'd be good at.
That is odd. Yeah, may have to look into that later. But in any case, all right. We got the peanut gallery watching us, so we gotta
Regenerating works. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just before we continue, Frank, how old is your character?
I'm late 40s.
All right. So
And
maybe
you are?
I'm 25 or something. Just got promoted to detective.
Gotcha. I thought we were PIs, so like we run
private.
Like little, yeah.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Sure, but I'm learning the ropes with you.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I am ready, at least.
Cool.
I also believe I am ready.
Good to go.
Cool. Silva, you good?
Yeah, I'm up.
Sweet. All right. We will get into it. I'll set the scene and then y'all be free to go. So real quick, I'm guessing, Chris, that you explained how like turn order works and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
So Reginald, you'll be kind of kicking us off for the first player turn, and all we're asking you to do, it's super simple. Just say where your character is, say what your character is doing, and then say what your character says. So
Reginald leans. Oh, sorry. What was
Are
that
we
part?
going around in a circle, basically?
yeah, it'll
I'll
be
the
a round
last.
robin. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll sort of set the scene, and then when I shut up, y'all are free to rock it out. The sound of jazz music reverberates through the Harry S. Truman Regional Library basement. The sounds of clinking glasses and the smell of cigarettes and cigars wafts through the air. In a recessed room away from all the sights and the sounds and the noise, we have 4 curious types on a mission.
Reginald is one of those, adding cigar smoke to the air. He's got about a good 10 inches left on his as he flips through a small notebook looking for the proper information to hand to the others.
I swirl my whiskey glass, the ice clinking on the side. Taking a sip, I wince. It's not the normal rot gut. Slightly better stuff. Tells us something.
I approach Frank, a bottle of whiskey in my hand. Boss, I don't think this stuff is actually really good to drink. As I sit beside him.
I take a sip of the glass in front of me and lean back, my knee tapping nervously.
I find the correct information and hand it to each of them. Now, you're going to need to ask about the books on the whetstones.
The books on the whetstones. Is there a VIP room we're trying to get into? Something that's even more exclusive than this place?
A knock at the door. It cracks open. A woman carrying a tray of drinks steps inside, gives a polite smile, begins to walk towards the table.
Beautiful. Come here. Come here. Come here.
She comes over, looking at the people around her. She sets down a tray of drinks and begins to pass them out to the folks. Holding a napkin underneath one of them, she sets it in front of Reginald and gives a wink.
Thanks, doll. Reginald takes the napkin and opens it up to read what's on there.
A photo of a man that is recognizable as Sweaty Mickey, former business associate of the Raffertys.
Reginald takes a sip of his whiskey and daintily taps his lips as he puts the napkin back onto the table and then puts the photo down in front of everybody and says, "This is the sleazeball we're looking for. Sweaty Mickey."
My body tenses as I see the target. I look down at my worn out yet still vibrant biceps, and then I stare closely at the at Sweaty Mickey. He doesn't look like much of a fighter.
I push my glasses. I pick up the photo. I start analyzing it. I put it back down and I start sketching my notebook.
I immediately take out notes, start writing them down. I look up how is he involved?
The photo of a rather large, rotund man, very prevalent sweat on his face. Sweaty Mickey was once the business partner of the Raffertys, very prevalent in when Jessup Logistics was passed over to the Raffertys. Mickey was there every step of the way. Felt he got a bad deal. Was cut out of the company too early, he felt.
He has a look of a conniving bastard. He's got to be the one that took Darcy. Damn it.
I look over.
Where was she last seen?
It's been approximately 2 weeks since Grant called us. So time's running out.
I look over. Who's Darcy?
That's the
Darcy
girl.
is the daughter of Grant Rafferty. She was kidnapped either by Sweaty Mickey or probably by some people that worked for him. He's got a lot of connections, likely to the mob. We're not quite sure who, though.
Well, I was a nervous face comes across. I was investigating a connection with some operations in South America. but I didn't know any girl was involved.
You're telling me they handed you the photo of that beautiful blonde girl? You just forgot about it? Let me tell you, if I was 20 years younger, she looks like just the type of girl that I'd want to marry.
At this, Reginald flips through his book again and takes out a picture of Darcy, puts it on the table, and says, "This was her at her brother's wedding 3 months ago. That was where she was last seen. We need to go to this little underground speakeasy. Again, we got to ask about the books on the wet stones in order to get in. It's underneath a little brick wall. You step down some stairs into it in the industrial district, right off of Lake Street. It's unmarked."
All right. Well, we've done enough preparation. Let's get the hell out of here. Whoever gave us this clue, I think it's a mob tie that wants Mickey to be burned. He's done something that they don't like. I pull out my wallet and fish out a couple of $5 bills. Let's roll out. Let's go to the speakeasy you're talking about.
Reginald picks up all of the photos and puts them carefully back into his little leather diary and closes it and winds it shut real tight. Puts it into his coat pocket and slowly, creaking, joints hurting, gets up and starts walking out.
I push the glass that I didn't even touch. I'm kind of nervously messing with a gun behind my coat. Not accustomed to it. And then I get up. I wait for Frank to get up to follow him.
I grab the full glass off the table and pound it very quickly. Cole, you're driving.
Okay, boss. Your call.
I slide out of the table, almost bumping into Frank awkwardly. Yeah, let's get out of here.
In this tiny club, a very packed house, a large crowd, all enjoying their drink and their music. Two prominent men in well-tailored black suits hug the walls and keep watch. One of them stares at Frank. Outside, the cool night air is still young. The breeze is chilling. And the road ahead is there.
As Reginald is walking, he took note of the well-tailored man staring at Frank on the way out, and he begins to draw him into the notebook to remember.
I lean down to the side mirror and take a look at my face. I bet he still recognized me from my prize fighting days, Reginald. Probably just a fan.
It could be, but it's good to be safe.
I call out to Frank. You mind if I ride with you? I took a taxi here.
Yeah, there's going to be room in the back.
And I open the door and sit down in the back, pulling out more notebooks.
Right. Let's go then. I open the car door. I sit behind the wheel. I started with the key. He fails at first. Oh shit!
I hop into the side passenger seat. in the front and put my legs up. All right, let's do this.
Reginald
feeling ready.
sits into the back next to Ryan.
I stand it
Continuing to
again.
focus cigar.
I look behind the two passengers. You really gonna smoking in here? Okay then. I open the window a little bit, start the car, and I start driving.
I give Cole a light tap. That's what I like to see. Responsible.
A dull rain begins to fall.
I
Light
turn the
sprinkle.
radio on to jazz station, and I keep driving.
As far as I know, there hasn't been any sort of hostage note, anything like that. So I hate to break it to you, but I think she's gone already.
Ryan.
I look up from my notebook. You're probably right. How long has she been missing?
Reginald flips through his book. As I said earlier, and he holds the notes next to Ryan to read. Approximately 3 months. Last seen at her brother's wedding. She got a little bit drunk while there, and she reportedly wandered off with a handsome man and was not seen the next morning. This was fairly typical behavior for her, so they didn't worry about it until about 2 or 3 days later.
Reginald, in the notes, a letter of correspondence found shortly after her disappearance, written in her name, but the handwriting unfamiliar, claiming that she's found the love of her life and they've ran away for a better life.
I read out the letter to them, and I say, a rich girl like this had some problems with her family, maybe. These things have happened throughout history. But it's our job to figure out if it's true.
I stop at the red light. Damn,
A black-
this smell too fishy. What did your boss say to you again, Reginald? Why didn't he? What did the police say? Did he go after the police? As I look behind us,
A black car pulls up in the lane beside.
my hand goes to my gun, just in case.
Reginald ignores the black car, and he looks through the notes, trying to see if there's some sort of police report that he missed.
In regular fashion, the police could only go off of the correspondence that was left behind. The discrepancy in the handwriting is mere hearsay, and beyond that, it's he said, she said.
So it seems to me our job is to physically find her and make sure that she's safe, report back to the father, to Grant Rafferty, and then collect our reward. And then I can go back to sitting behind my desk and smoking cigars.
Reward? What do you? I was just told you'd have information for me. Reward? What are you talking about?
The light turns green.
I accelerate journey.
I turn around and look Ryan in the eyes. Listen, what we're doing here. We're investigating, and I know you want a story out of it, but you're a participant now. You gotta. We're gonna be finding this girl, and you're gonna help us. In exchange, you get a front row seat on whatever little story you're writing in your rag.
Behind the car, that same black car following.
As I'm driving, I'm looking at the rear view mirror. Hey, Buzz, I think we're being followed.
I turn around, bleary-eyed, and look in the rear view mirror. Seems a little bit too nice a car. A little bit of tinted windows.
I turn around and look through the rear window. Followed.
I drive a little bit faster.
Reginald
I make a
is-
wrong turn. I
Reginald?
keep going.
Reginald is still ignoring the car and is on the last topic, and says, Ryan, private detectives, the way their pay works, typically they're paid some amount up front and then some amount after completion of the job. That's what I meant by the reward.
Yeah. I just I wasn't told I'd be a PI.
The distance between the two cars grows. The black car lets some space get in between.
Cole, you know what to do. You need me to
Okay.
run you through it again.
You want me to lose them in the next alley? All right. I turn at the next alley. Slowly making my way. Still looking at the rear view mirror.
At the first turn, the black car continuing on the way it was going, leaving you all behind.
Good thinking. It's a little inconclusive, but let me tell you, you don't want a heavy getting out of that black car and approaching this one. I don't want to get any shootouts. I reach down in the front seat and pat a revolver in an ankle holster, obscured by a large wool sock. Oh, all right, fellas. We should be close to the speakeasy, the second speakeasy now, right, Reginald?
Yeah, the next left turn here should be on Lake Street.
I lean close to Reginald. Should I have brought a gun?
Reginald opens up the other side of his coat where he is not keeping his notebook, and he pulls out a Smith & Wesson 44 heavy duty and says, you don't need one, but it's good to have one in times like this. And he puts it back.
What's your background, Ryan? Have you were you in the war?
Me? No, I was a little young. Mostly I write stories about local news, grandma fell down the stairs, that sort of thing.
Grew up in the country, fired a shotgun before?
I never held a gun in my life.
All right. Well, what I recommend is that you stand behind the three of us.
I make the left turn. Almost arriving at the destination. I look for a place to stop.
An opening right up at the front.
I stopped the cart there.
massive brick building with large posts out front, and over the top says Harry S. Truman Regional Library, inlaid in stone.
This is it, fellas.
I put my hand on the car's seat. I looked at Reginald. Do you know if there's a dress code there?
Cole, have you ever been to a speakeasy?
I mean, the last one was probably the first.
You're underdressed. As Reginald cinches up his tie on his three-piece suit.
I attempt to unrumple my rumpled detective's coat a little bit. Say, don't listen to him, Cole. We'll be fine. Our money's good.
I adjust my tie a little bit. Hand comes away shaking.
As I get out of the car, I whisper to myself, "You sound more handsome than him." When I close the door.
I take another look in the mirror. I've looking at my somewhat gaunt cheeks. An older, once muscular man. I still look all right. And I slide out of the seat and close the door.
Reginald leans over to Ryan and says, "There's going to be a lot of beautiful women in there. You don't want them." And he opens the door and gets out.
A little confused. Okay. Open the door. I'm worried about a little more than women, Reginald, to be honest. Follow Cole.
I lock the car. I adjust myself. I try to hide my pistol better. I keep looking at Frank.
Don't worry, kid. I saunter confidently forward, looking for the downstairs entrance, the red brick. Reginald, is this it?
Reginald is retrieving a pair of white velvet gloves out of his pockets and is putting them on. And he's walking forward with a bit of a limp in his right leg. Says, "Yes, it is. Go ahead and knock."
Leaning up against the metal door, I rap on it with my knuckles.
A slot opens in the door. Two beady black eyes peer through. What?
The books on the wet stones.
Without a word, the slot shuts. The sound of fiddling, metal scraping against metal, and latches unlocking. And the door opens up. A slightly balding man stands there. What are you waiting for? Come on in.
Reginald begins to walk in, and as he's going by, he pulls out $2 and hands them to the doorman.
Takes it and holds out an expectant hand to the others.
I pat myself panically until finally reaching my back pocket. I've just got a 1. And
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll help you cover it.
He takes the $1 and sort of looks around to everyone else. It's not going to pay for itself, fellas.
Reginald looks at them and says, "The man's got a wife and kids. Come on."
All right. I pull $2. I give it to him.
I Pulling from my right pocket, I have a carefully bent and tented $5 bill, and I hold it out for a moment, but then pull it away. Tell me, why don't you tell me what's good here?
What kind of game you playing? Hey, buddy, if you're here, it's all good. You know what you got yourselves into. Hey, listen, go up to the bar, tell them that you want the best thing on the house on the rocks, and they'll give it to you.
On the rocks. Listen, I don't want to meet any ugly guys out there. Is it mostly beautiful dames?
We get a couple of pretty ones coming through every once in a while. He looks around to Cole and Ryan. But if the money's good, then we can get you what you want, if you catch my meaning.
Yeah, do you have some sort of VIP section, perhaps?
Oh, sure, we got it all. Hey, why don't you all? He starts to sort of wave you all in. Why don't you go down the hallway and talk to Marty? He'll get you all situated. I gotta watch the door.
Of course. What you say your name was?
Oh, me, I'm Rick.
All right, Rick. Well, thank you very much. I hand him the 5.
Well, he sort of pops it, unfolding it, places in his pocket. Pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen.
I saunter in underneath the red light bulbs.
Reginald reaches out and shakes Rick's hand, says, "Take care of your wife and kids," and follows Frank.
I follow the lead.
I looking at Rick's shoes, and I say, "Hey, good evening, gentle sir." And then as I'm walking, "Gentle sir," I mumble to myself.
He gives a nod and, counting the money in his hands, he turns back to the door. Deeper within the speakeasy, more raucous music begins to play. It's jazz, but it's faster paced. The syncopation and the note choice and the modes and the keys all create this cacophony of sound and chaos. People are dancing in the main room.
As we are arriving there, I'm looking at the hall's walls. I see a painting. I get closer to Frank and I whisper to him, "Hey, boss, I think these paintings were stolen." Anyway,
I glance at the painting. It wouldn't surprise me, Cole. This is not the kind of place where the laws are respected.
I'll just follow your lead, boss.
Sure. What I would say is, we spend a little time, we relax, perhaps loosen up. We don't want to seem too uptight with this crowd.
At this point, Reginald puts his arm around Frank and says, "That's right. Marty! 4 cigars!" As he puts his own cigar out on the bar.
A man comes around the corner responding to the name called out. He presents a tray with a variety of cigars, different sizes, shapes, and a cutter on the tray as well.
Reginald
he presents them.
Pulls out his wallet and opens it up, keeping it close to his chest so no one else sees, and he pulls something out and slides it into Marty's hand.
Passing a cigar into Reginald's hand, he takes the slipped item and peers at it.
He's going to find $2 silver.
He gives a wink and puts them into his pocket. Ryan, behind a hand, runs along your shoulder.
I quickly turn around and search for the source.
Immediately behind, a beautiful brunette woman wearing a small red dress, beautiful eyes, and they're staring directly at you.
As I turn around, sorry, you scared me. Miss?
She begins to walk away, still staring.
Reginald slaps Ryan in the chest real hard. He's going to feel that and says, "Go on, go dance."
Aren't we here to... And I lean in close. Aren't we here to learn stuff?
Hey, if you're not up for it, I'm going. I follow the Dane.
She continues to press through the crowd towards the dance floor.
I keep following her.
Frank?
I scratch my chin and stare at the painting for a moment before my eyes track over to Marty.
Marty, the cigar salesman, placing an item in his breast pocket, he turns and walks, bringing the tray of cigars over, presents them to you.
Thank you, but unfortunately, my doctor says I shouldn't smoke as much anymore. But thank you for the offer. Hate to interrupt, but where'd you say the restroom was?
He points in a direction when the sound of the door busting open erupts through the hallway.
I tense up and back up against the wall.
Rick's voice. All right, calm down, man. God, man, a man's got to earn a living somehow. You don't pay me nothing here. Sound of a hand smacking a face. Come on.
Reginald takes another puff of his cigar and looks over at what's going on with Rick.
Two men in black suits walk in the door. Well-kempt hair, rather wide shoulders.
Reginald opens up his notebook and flips to the drawing he made earlier to check if it's the same man.
The very same. Cole.
I reach the girl and we start dancing. And I try and get closer to her.
In a playful manner, she continues to regress and put people in between, playing almost this cat and mouse sort of game. Cole, a hand reaches and grabs your shoulder. A tight grip. Roll defense, please.
Fail.
The tight grip of two hands snatches your shoulders and then starts to pull you away.
Wait. The fuck?
Reginald sees what's happening through the crowd with Cole. Doesn't see who's pulling him, but just sees him get pulled somewhere. Points at it, trying to get Frank's attention.
I yank on Ryan's arm and say, I have to let's hit the head. Things are getting a little too chaotic out here. I also gesture towards Reginald. Let's stay away from those guys.
Is I'm being pulled, muffled by the sound of the music, and say, "Hey, if that's your girl, you can keep her."
I move close to Frank, taking my cues from him.
One of the hands lets go and strikes you in the back of the head.
What the fuck are you doing? I look at who punched me.
A man wearing a black suit.
The hell
same-
do you want, man?
The same kind of black suit as the two men up front.
Reginald tries to get Marty's attention, says, "Marty, get security," and points at Cole.
He catches Reginald's eye and looks a panicked look. His face is tumultuous as he gives a nod and starts to scuttle off.
As I'm rubbing my hand on the back of my head. Hey, bro, I don't want any trouble. I was just looking for some fun.
Pushing my the door open into the bathroom, pulling as best I can Ryan. I say, "All right, shit's going down." It's
what?
Listen, this could be the mafia. This could be rival gangs. When stuff happens in a speakeasy, it's very unpredictable. These could be undercover cops, but I just want to say you got to be ready for violence, and you don't quite look it. I reach down and I pull the revolver out of my ankle holster, putting it, obscuring it in my right pocket with my hand over it. All right, so keep your wits about you. Let's head out there, see what the hell is going on. After
Reginald puts up his hand and says, "Frank, I want to try talking with him and see what happens. You watch my back."
I make a gesture with my hand. You do it.
Reginald.
Maybe they could be reasoned with, Frank. I mean, they don't want to be violent, right? It's a risk for them too.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Reginald dusts off a little bit of his skin flakes that have fallen off from his head, off of his shoulders, and walks out with his hands up like this and walks right up to one of the men in black suits. Says, "Can we talk somewhere quiet?"
One of them scans from head to foot back up to your eye line. Says, "We don't know you," and tries to push past you.
Reginald does not put up a fight at all. He lets himself be pushed and he steps to the side out of the guy's way. Says, "I don't know you either, but I know one of your guys just punched one of my guys." and I'd like to solve this amicably.
Cole, the man opens a door into a secret room, or a quiet, secluded room, rather, with a chair in the middle. Starts to drag you over to it.
I pull myself. Hey, man, I'm not into that kind of thing. You want from me?
He curses. Shut up, Ryan.
I try to push him into the room.
I come out of the bathroom, looking across the room nervously, trying to scan for threats.
I push him into the room, and I start running back to the desk.
He's scattered back, caught off guard at this sudden burst of energy. Ryan, Cole, running from a back hallway.
I look to where he's running from.
A man in a black suit running towards him from behind.
I keep running towards the dance floor and looking for the bar.
On the far wall.
As I reach it, I grab the first bottle I see, waiting for the guy to find me.
Frank?
Striding out onto the dance floor, I shout, "Hey, hey! Leave him alone!" Keeping the pistol obscured in my pocket as I step forward.
Reginald still has his hands up, and he sees behind the man in the black suit everything that's going on, and he just points with one hand and says, "You sure you don't want to talk?"
Without a word, their eyes dart to the commotion, and both of them begin to rush over. From the dance floor, the sound of pop, pop, as two gunshots fire off.
I jump behind the bar.
The crowd erupts into chaos. The music stops. People begin to shout and scream as they scatter.
Cole! I aim the gun, but do not fire at the man pursuing Cole.
Ryan?
I see the commotion and rush to the nearest table to take cover behind.
Reginald begins walking at a casual pace towards the gunshots, trying to figure out if anyone was shot.
The man holding the gun, the same man that was pursuing Cole, the gun still trained, pointed in the air, and two fresh bullet wounds into the roof and to the ceiling of the speakeasy.
Reginald still has his hands up, and he says, "Can we talk?"
The sound of the door.
I shout, "Cole, come here. We're getting the hell out of here."
I look over the bar.
The sound of the speakeasy door opening once more. I don't think you folks are going anywhere.
Reginald, still with his hands up, says, "May I sit down?"
You're going to stay right where you are. The street lights flowing in from the outside through the door are obscured by a large rotund body as a rather moist individual creeps through the doorway.
Sweaty Mickey, I presume?
The very same. It appears to me like you folks are some of the riffraff that's causing trouble in my beautiful little town.
Not trying to cause trouble, sir. Just doing our job same as you. We'd prefer no one get hurt.
Stepping out onto the dance floor, keeping my gun trained on the man with the gun, I try to get my back to up against the wall, and so I can see behind the bar.
It's visible. Behind the bar is visible.
I'm sitting behind the bar. I'm with the gun in my hand, kind of shaking a bit. As I see you approaching, I almost aim at you, boss.
This is gonna be all right. We're talking out with this slime ball.
Ryan,
As quietly as I can, I try to reach up and grab a jar of moonshine on the table I'm hiding under.
Reginald, still with his hands up, looks back and shouts, "Frank Cole, you put those guns away right now and show some damn respect."
the two men in black suits, their guns now trained on Cole and Frank towards the bar.
As I reach, I bump into the jar and it smashes into the floor.
The one who was chasing Cole aims his gun towards the sound. Mickey raises a hand. Now, there's no reason to get all jumpy. Listen, I think I know why you're here. You're here for the girl, ain't you?
Reginald slowly puts his hands down and says, "Mickey, can we talk over a drink?"
He starts to walk over to the bar.
Reginald follows him to sit down at a stool next to him. "Ryan, come here and meet Mickey."
I crawl out of the table trying to keep my hands visible. Yeah. Just real friendly.
He is. We served together.
Very carefully, I begin to lower my pistol. My eyes locked on one of the goons aiming his gun at me.
The goons keep their guns trained. They don't lower them. Mickey with some
gun in my hand, and I stand up, looking at the asshole who was following me. And I make eyes with him. Just keep looking at him with the gun still in my hand, not aiming at him, aiming at the ground.
He stares back at you.
I move towards the bar and put a lot of my weight on it, trying to steady myself.
The men in black suits, their guns trained, wave over with the barrel of their guns, indicating a collection of everybody in one area.
Reginald looks Mickey dead in the eye and says, "Mickey, we've known each other over 25 years. Can you tell your men to put their guns away?"
Only if you tell yours to do the same.
Reginald snaps his fingers and points at Frank and Cole, angrily gestures.
I holst my pistol, still looking at the guy.
I put the pistol into the pocket and begin to walk over.
I mouth to the guy that I was looking at.
I wipe sweat from my forehead.
Reginald puts his hand on Ryan's shoulder and says, Mickey, this is Reginald Harding. He's a local newsie. He'd like to interview you about Darcy.
Mickey gives a laugh. And I suppose that one over there was is a paying customer or something. And he's brought his father with him.
I stare back at Mickey with a cold look on my face.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you guys. Word on the street is that Darcy got tied up with a handsome gentleman and found the love of her life at a wedding, no doubt. How romantic is that?
Reginald interrupts him and says, Mickey, I know the word on the street. I'm asking for the truth here.
Ryan,
I'm calling in a favor, Mickey. I'm calling in that favor. You know you owe me.
Ryan looks up and says, I know the Jessup logistics. I know they've dealt with the Colombians.
They've dealt with a lot more than just the Colombians. They dealt with me, and then they tried to cut me out. It was a silly thing to do, I'll tell you what. But I don't know. Believe it or not, I actually heard word from Darcy just the other day. Heard they were going to have a little bit of a little homecoming. She was going to be back in town for a couple of days. Going to help me handle some old business. Gives a sly smile.
I speak in a low voice. Well, you know, Mickey, if we meet her and she seems healthy and in her right mind, we'll be done with her. We'll be done with the case.
Funny you mentioned that. I was feeling the exact same way. Done with her. She served the purpose. He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a pocket watch, clicks it open, begins to look at it. By my calculations, she should be getting into town any minute now.
Where can we find her, Mix?
He clicks it shut, places it back, looks over to Ryan. What do you think? Should I tell him?
It'd make a good story.
I like you, kid. He sets down a revolver on the table. Says, why don't we play a little game? Say, if you win, I tell you where she is. If not, well, it's not going to matter much to you anyways.
I look down at the revolver. I say nothing.
He opens up the cylinder, looks to Cole, smiling as he drops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullets from the cylinder, leaving 1 to remain.
Reginald holds out his hand.
spins the chamber and slaps it shut. Sets it in front of Cole.
I look at him. What do you want from me? Want me to shoot that asshole over there? I was just looking for some fun with the thing.
Oh,
Pull me away.
No. Come on, don't act like you've never played this game before. Sitting around table with your buddies, get a little bit too drunk.
No,
I'll take the first turn from the kid.
Well, hold on. You can trying to work up courage. You can benefit from giving us the information too. You know. I gather from what you've said, you've had a bit of a falling out with Jessup Logistics, right?
Stabbed me in the back. That's what happened.
Yeah. Well, you give me the information, and you've got leverage on them. You know, a third party can really screw them over if they screw you, right?
He looks, gives a pensive thought. Ryan, go ahead and roll social for me.
Failure.
He gives a look. Nah. You see what those rat bastards did? We had a good thing going. And then old Grant decided he wanted to play straight. Cut me out of a deal. He owes me. So I did the only thing that was right to do. I snatched the thing that was most valuable to him. Got a pretty penny for her, too.
I reach over and grab the revolver from in front of Cole. Lifting it briefly, I focus and attempt to weigh the gun carefully to see if the bullets are blanks with my hand.
Go ahead and make a roll.
All right. One second. Sorry. Success.
They're legit.
Ooh. I spin the chamber.
The other men in the black suits share a nervous look with one another. Boss, you think this is... Shut up!
Mickey, we've played this over a dozen times and it's never gone well.
He says nothing. Doesn't even meet Reginald's eye. It's your play, big boy.
This is crazy. Come on, Frank.
I put the gun to my temple. I swear I'll do it.
He gestures, welcoming you to do so.
Reginald looks in between the frame and the cylinder of the bullet to try to deduce where the bullet is in the count for when it's going to go off.
It's inconclusive. It's a little bit too far away.
I look at Frank. Are you sure about this, boss?
I grit my teeth and summoning the embers of my old prize fighting speed, I spin the gun around and shoot the gangster. Shoot Mickey, I should say.
Click.
As she does that, I pull my pistol out and I try to shoot Mickey.
Roll.
Fail. Fuck.
Success. His focus so trained on Frank, one of the men in the black suits, seeing the sudden burst of movement, reaches out and swats down Cole's arm as the gun goes off. From within his pocket, Mickey pulls out another revolver and aims it at Cole to fire.
I dive behind the bar counter and pull my head down.
Reginald?
Reginald reaches out to push the gun up into the air as if he's had to do this before.
Cole.
I dive behind the bar. Just swearing to myself, fuck, fuck, fuck.
Go ahead and roll defense. As
Reginald?
As Mickey, yes. Or I'm sorry, Cole, as Mickey fires at you. The bullet ricochets off the wall.
Throwing myself to the right. As I fall, I'm drawing my own revolver from my pocket and firing again at Mickey.
Go ahead and
Success.
Mickey, the stool behind him knocked over. The bullet pierces him. His hand goes to where the bullet entered.
As I tumble, I hit the wooden floor a little bit harder than the old boxing mats, but I could still handle it.
Reginald?
Reginald slowly puts his hands up again and looks at the 2 or 3 black suited men to see what they're going to do.
Cole?
I get up, with pistol in hand. I am a fucking asshole, pulled me away from the girl, and I shoot him. And I fail again.
Failure also. The chaos suddenly erupting. A few of the remaining stragglers that have been hugging the outside, the far walls, jolting at the sound of the gunfire. He spins around, seeing Mickey's been hit, and rushes over to try to help him out. One of the other men in black suits pulls out his own pistol, aiming it at Cole, and fires.
There you go.
Failure as well. The bullets having no effect, passing narrowly by. Ryan.
I uncover my head a little, and in one of the bar shelves next to me, I reach and grab another jar of moonshine. And I peek over the counter and throw it at Mickey.
Go ahead and roll.
Fail.
Success. The jar smashes on the ground in front of him. Mickey, still tending to the wound, the fresh wound, gun still in hand, spins around towards Frank, aiming the pistol at him on the ground, and fires.
Failure.
Failure on his part. The pain of the wound causes him to sort of double over as he tries to steady himself.
Reginald takes a deep puff of his cigar, then throws it into the pile of moonshine, or the puddle of moonshine right in front of Mickey, which I'm assuming he's now holding his gun over the top of. Must I roll?
The high-proof alcohol sparks, begins to, it flares up, and then the flame grows very low, blue. Mickey drops his gun at the heat.
The glass shattering, moonshine everywhere. I try to avoid a little bit of it. I keep aiming at the guy who pulled me away, and I shoot again. Success this time.
Failure.
I shoot him. You fucking asshole! It's all your fault. And I die behind the bar again.
He, pierced by the bullet, falls to one knee and falls face down.
Standing up from a crouch, I lunge forward like a cat towards one of the standing goons and punch him hard in the face with a left hook. Success.
Failure.
Ooh!
Spits out a tooth, clatters on the ground. One of the men in the black suits looks to Reginald and says, "This wasn't supposed to happen this way. Come on, Mickey, we're getting out of here."
Reginald reaches into his coat and slowly pulls out his revolver and trains it on Mickey. You're not going anywhere, Mix. Does not shoot yet, though.
Ryan.
Seeing a man get shot and fall to the ground, Ryan ducks back down behind the cover and grabs his stomach, trying to hold in.
Mickey puts a hand up. Oh, hey now. Listen, holding another arm to his chest, he steadies his breathing. You can't kill me yet. Hey, if you kill me, you won't get the girl.
Reginald turns his arm slightly and pops the goon.
At such a short range and caught such off guard. Every memory, every thought, every fired synapse of this goon is plastered on the wall behind him.
Take us to the girl, Mix.
Oh, okay. Hey, he looks over to Cole and to Frank. Listen, I wasn't lying. Like I said, it's a bit of a homecoming for her, right? She should be here any minute. His hand starts to reach into his jacket.
You still being cute with us? I step forward and stomp hard on his foot, attempting to throw him off balance.
Ignoring Mickey, I jump the bar, go towards the guy I shot. I shoot him again. Just wanted to get fucking laid, you fuck. And I aim the gun at Mickey.
Finally, gathering myself, I peek over the bar and check on the status of that fire.
Much of the alcohol has started to burn off now. It's such a high proof. It's very volatile and it burns pretty quickly. The area is still very hot, though. The flame is almost invisible. Small burn marks sort of surrounding the area.
Reginald trains his gun back on Mickey, says, I told you this game never goes well for you, Mix.
Is the girl alive?
Yes. As far as I know, yes, she's alive. I guess if you want to call it that. It's been 3 months. She's been put through the ringer. We have no use for her anymore. We were going to get rid of her.
You make me sick. I spit on him.
The sound of a gun cocking in a corner.
I look around, trying to find a source, aiming my gun around.
The woman in the red dress, gun pointed towards Cole.
Hey, madam,
as she fires. Failure on her part. The gun goes off and the round hits Mickey in the back. He hits a knee.
Where's the girl, Mix? Tell me.
I run towards the thing. Girl in the red dress.
Ryan.
Hearing more gunshots, I duck my head back down, and I see under the counter a rusted old sawed-off shotgun.
I hearing the unexpected gunshot, I duck out of the dance hall towards the original exit. My gun wheeling around, unsure where the shot came from.
The woman there with the pistol, trying to get it to work again.
I run towards her and I tackle her. Fail.
She's caught off guard. Too preoccupied trying to get the gun to work.
We both stumble in the ground. And here was think you were the love of my life.
Her gun scatters across the floor. Reginald.
Mickey, tell me where Darcy is. Where's she gonna be? Tell me. You don't have long.
Blood from his lips. She always did look pretty on the water. As he breathes his last.
I crawl forward and grab the shotgun and come up thinking I'm very brave, but seeing no one. Is it Cole? What's going on?
As I'm holding the girl in the red dress down by her hands. You know, you can apologize for just a kiss.
She spits in your face.
That's the same. As I pull the gun and I put to her chest. You sure about that?
Tears begin to well up in her eyes.
I stare out towards the open door to the speakeasy.
Blue and
Fellas.
red lights reflect off of the wet surfaces in the distance. The faint sound of sirens.
Cole, I told you don't want any of these girls. Grab her gun and let's go.
Your
So-
lucky day. I say, I grab the gun, I get up, and I start running towards Reginald.
Cole, be a gentleman. Don't take her
Sorry,
out.
boss. I just got a little bit angry. That's all.
I pat my body, looking for gunshot wounds. There are none.
Reginald walks up to Ryan and slowly lowers the shotgun that he's. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that. Lowers the shotgun and says, "We got to go, kid. Come on."
Yeah. I see the blue and red lights, and I look at Reginald, and I didn't help you guys. I didn't help you guys. Okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
just a
Come on.
journalist.
Let's go. Let's go.
With my shotguns in my hands, I follow Reginald.
She's at the docks. We can make it there soon. She's going to be there soon, Mickey said. She's coming to the docks. She's coming by boat.
I look for an exit
All right.
while shaking my hair, leaving glass bits on the bottles.
Come on. I rush out and rush to the parking lot to my car.
Reginald chases after him and quickly gets into the car.
Ryan, or I stick close to Reginald as close as I can.
Cole's got the keys.
I throw the keys to Frank while running towards the car.
I open the car door and slide in, adrenaline pumping through my veins. Putting the car into reverse, I peel out of the parking lot and head down the highway.
To the pier. We got to go to the pier. He said she's going to be here any minute. We can catch her.
Let's do it. I take the dock exit.
The dock's quickly approaching.
Anyone hurt?
I check myself and see a large stain and say, "Oh my God, I think I was hit." A large whiskey stain on my chest.
Reginald.
The faint scent of grenadine on the front of Ryan's shirt.
Reginald says, "You're fine, kid. You're fine. It would be red."
Taking a moment, I look down at my hands. I realize I'm still holding the Russian revolver in my left hand. Ooh. I stash it into my pocket.
The bullet is 2 clicks away. The docks at this hour of night are relatively clear. You have a couple of night surfers, excuse me, night beachgoers sort of out and about enjoying the calming sounds of the surf. And on the horizon, the illuminating lights of an approaching ship.
Parking the car at the parking lot, I immediately hop out. I toss the keys to the car to Ryan. Ryan, there's a binocular in the trunk.
Right. Yeah, I'll keep the car running. Yeah.
No, get the binoculars out the back.
Oh. Okay.
You're the lookout. I don't think you can shoot straight, my friend.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I put the shotgun on the seat. And go to the
Man,
trunk.
you're still holding that thing. Holy shit!
Reginald opens the door of the car and gets out, pulling his gloves down, and puts his hands in his pockets and waits for the boat to dock.
I look at Frank. I'm sorry, boss. I got a little bit heated over there. I'm sorry.
I get it. It's a little excitement. That brought me back to my glory days.
I reach into the trunk and grab the binoculars and turn back towards the ship. Look through them.
On the ship, an individual driving the vessel, and then seated beside a woman wearing leisure clothes with a bag over her head.
I think I see her. I see one guy, and she's tied up to a chair. I can't see her face, though.
A glimmer of light reflects, a small sparkle of light reflects in the sight.
Reginald,
A gunshot. Gunfire cracks towards Ryan. Narrowly whizzing by as the sound of a sniper, a long-bore scoped weapon fires past him.
I drop belly to the ground.
Reginald walks behind the car and sits down on his haunches.
Get down! I hit the gravel ground. This is an Oldsmobile. It should block a couple shots. Steel bodies.
I dive behind the car as well. Wait, did you see her?
I saw a woman. I couldn't see her face, though.
Where?
She was tied up on the boat. On the boat.
The boat circles. It goes off course, begins to take a long berth around the coastline, and goes further on down a couple of miles to another set of docks down the way.
Back in the car, guys. We got to go down there.
I carefully rise and walk over to the driver's seat. All right, it sounded like a rifle shot. This I don't think anyone should sit in the front with me. The three of you should definitely be in the back.
I scooch in and take the middle seat, putting the shotgun back on my lap.
I'm not squeezing into there. Reginald opens up the passenger side front door.
They could blast through this windshield like it was nothing, but let me tell you, Reginald, if you want to sit up here, you can sit up here.
I've fought in 4 wars and I'm not dead yet.
I open the back door, sit in the back. All right, let's go.
All right. I swiftly drive towards the second dock,
Staring
pulling out of
down,
the parking lot.
staring down at my feet. I say, how do you guys do this?
A little more excitement than you're used to, huh?
Reginald opens up his cigar case that he gets out of his pocket, clips it, and hands it in the lighter to Ryan.
I take the cigar and light it.
At the docks, the boat now parked, and a man is dragging the woman along the docks as a black car is parked at the end of the docks.
Ram the car.
I do. I stomp on the gas
Put my
and
seatbelt on.
collide with the driver's side of the parked car.
The gas tank of the car ignites, and a flame begins to emit from the side of it. The flame begins to grow.
My normal pistol in my right hand. I open the car door and I get out, aiming at whoever was inside the parked car.
I say, give me that shit. I pull the sawed-off shotgun from Ryan. I get out and I go behind, right, following his lead.
I grab the handle of the door as it clicks uselessly. It's not opening.
Reginald has pieces of glass embedded in his face because he hit the windshield, and he staggers out of the door and reaches back to drag Ryan in between the 2 seats as he's trying to get out and drag him at the same time.
The seatbelt pulls taut.
Reginald takes a knife out and throws it into the back seat and starts getting out on his own.
The men that are dragging this woman up, one of them continues to hold her as another one lifts up a rifle, actually it's a submachine gun, and begins to level fire, spraying back and forth, gunfire aimed towards all of you. I need all of you to roll defense, please.
Fail.
Failure.
Success.
So that's 2 successes against one against Frank and Ryan. I'm sorry, Frank, you said success or failure?
I failed.
And Ryan.
Fail.
Both of you take a strike of damage as a bullet rips one Frank into your leg and Ryan one into your shoulder.
Ah!
As I duck behind the car in flames, the fuck are these shots coming from? I can't see shit. My glasses broke, and I throw it away.
Wheeling around, I shoot at the submachine gun wielding goon.
His magazine empty, he begins to reload it.
Success. A clean shot.
He's hit by the bullet.
I scream in a bestial rage.
The machine gun clatters to the ground as the man drops it. The other one, pulling a pistol from his waistband, he has the girl, arm around her neck, barrel of the gun pressed against her head.
Reginald says, "Damn it, Ryan, cut yourself free."
I grab the knife on the seat next to me, cut the seatbelt, and crawl out of Cole's door, landing on the ground.
Reginald finally drags himself out of the car.
Cole.
I get up, dropping the shotgun. I pull my pistol again. I aim at the guy, the girl. Let her go! I yell.
The man holding the woman with the bag over her head smiles. So yeah, what are you gonna do? I got her in front of me. You ain't gonna do nothing.
We want the girl.
Reginald stands up and draws his revolver and fires.
Go ahead and roll.
Success.
Failure. With a single shot, the man, his head snaps back as he ejects brain matter from the back of his neck. He slumps to the ground, as does the girl. Hands tied behind her back.
Reginald walks forward to try to free her, despite not having his knife.
On the ground, the woman laying there, speaking frantically. Who are you? What happened to everyone else?
Reginald takes the bag off her head. I work for your father, Darcy, he says as he's taking it off.
I look around, getting up off the ground for any other men in black suits.
Ryan, bring the knife.
Holding my shoulder. Thank God it didn't go deeper. We're gonna have to head to a hospital.
And I think that's a good place as any to end it.
Sure.
I run towards Reginald.
And stab him in the face. No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see how I was gonna get there. Say, wait, what is that ticking noise?
Yeah. I thought that was fantastic. I thought that was really fun. Fantastic.
Yeah.
There was
Man,
actually,
man, am I rusty? Holy crap!
there was a bunch of kind of like interesting misapprehensions, but then that led to more interesting role play.
Yeah.
One thing that I did not understand. I thought he put 5 bullets in the Russian revolver.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He took out
So
5.
yeah, he took out 5. Yeah, that's my fault.
I thought he was taking out 5 and put. So I thought like, oh, this is like extra hard.
This
though.
is Chuck Norris Russian roulette.
Yeah. So that's one reason why my character did what he did, because he
Yeah, I
was
was
like,
not expecting you to try to shoot him. That's why I did it too.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a 5 out of 6. So my character
No.
was in a different mind space, but I think it works for works for what happened.
Yeah. Sorry, that was I thought about adding the detail of like one bullet left in the chamber.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that the thing was that you said takes out. So I imagined him like taking a revolver and then taking out. And then,
That's fair.
That's what I thought at first as well, but then there were some context clues I kind of figured out.
Yeah. Well, So like, what I'll say is I think that is one of the fun things about 4D is that like you can fill in the blanks, and sometimes the blanks are a little different than
for sure.
But but we recovered. Like we didn't have to stop the game. We didn't have to do anything weird. I wasn't bent out of shape.
Awesome. I really appreciate y'all sort of taking the reins on a lot of the co-creation aspect of it, just because like I was so, it's been a couple weeks since I've played last, and I just feel so out of practice, especially from like a GMing aspect. So I really kind of let y'all take the reins and run with it. Reginald was a super interesting character.
Yeah.
Started off. My first assumption of him was just going to be, okay, he's just kind of this, not necessarily, maybe a tag along is the best way to put it. But then like you started really co-creating a lot more depth to him. I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I was trying to go off of the similar to Frank Stone, how he was a retired boxer. Retired soldier. He knew how to use a gun. He knew how to think on his feet. He might have been doing all this stuff in the background, but that doesn't mean that he's just going to sit back passively.
Right.
He's just going to bide his time, was what I was thinking about from the beginning.
For sure.
Especially with throwing the cigar. That was my Chekhov's gun in the beginning.
Yeah, that was
that
awesome.
was cool.
If you didn't do it, I was going to throw a lighter at it.
Yeah.
That was my plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Sorry that wasn't a bigger moment. The sort of like that weird part of my head where I'm like, okay, I want to make this realistic, completely forgetting about the whole larger than life aspect of it. It really should have just caused a sequential collapse and explosions and stuff like that. But
I was expecting the girl in the red dress to be Darcy.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about making that the case, but and I'll be honest, there was a moment there at the very end when you pulled the bag off of her head. I'm like, it's not her.
I was thinking that was going to be the case as well.
That was specifically why I added says it as he's pulling it off.
Yes. Yeah.
I really want to compliment Pancake. I thought like I feel like you did something that was highly necessary for this style of game, which is having the outsider, the fish out of water, and kind of like adding the texture to kind of like not being sure, or kind of like growing and changing, and this is not my thing. I think that is like just an awesome thing to add
for sure
to the group, because one thing you do when you do that is that you make yourself stand out, but you make the other characters stand out as well, which is now you can contrast, oh, this guy's this detective and this guy's not this detective. So I thought
it makes your guys' characters look more badass when they're compared to a normal guy. Like
my character has a lot of issues. I'm just gonna say that.
Poor Cole, try to get with the girl, and then just at every turn.
Honestly, Ryan Harding was my favorite character, and I was trying to sit him down with Mickey for a big moment where everyone else is just silent for a little bit as he and Mickey have this little standoff.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to set up there. I thought that would have been really cool.
Yeah,
when I rolled my character, I just did a random character. I got 20s in all my combat skills.
Oh man,
yeah,
great. That's awesome.
I was thinking about like John Woo gunplay and stuff like that, where I'm
Sure.
like falling and I'm shooting as I fall and all this stuff. Where I was like, oh yeah, this is heroic, right? So we want to be doing kind of like, we do want to be doing like wild shit. So I hopefully I did that with the
that was
prize.
good. That was really good. That's a lot of fun. I want to compliment Elisha on a really good job. I did have a couple of notes as we were kind of playing along, and this is really more so nitpicking than anything. I thought that you're co-creating her missing for 3 months was just a little bit too long. I think Chris did a good job of kind of catching up. Like, hey, it's been 3 months. She's probably dead at this point. But I think it did all work out with, sort of the aspect of, oh, we're getting rid of her, so she's coming back home. We're gonna sell her to whatever sleazy place we can find in the area. But yeah, that's really the only kind of, it was like the big thing that stood out to me, I guess. But
I should have said 3 weeks instead of 3 months. And after I said it, I knew it was wrong, but then I just committed to it.
Yeah. And I didn't want to be the guy to be like, well, actually the note says 3 weeks.
Yeah, actually, so I have another kind of question in that vein, which is, my understanding is that we were originally going to start inside the speakeasy.
Yeah,
that was what I thought as well.
And then, so what happened was, basically, we're like, Reginald, I'm forgetting your real name. Sorry, Elisha. Elijah, you kind of co-created like, okay, we need to go there now.
Yeah.
And it was like, I thought we were already there, but I didn't want to be like, we're already there, stupid.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that.
Where are you at?
4D. Yeah. I feel like that would be too negative. So I was like, oh yeah, definitely. We need to leave this speakeasy and go to the other one, which is where we're supposed to go. So I was like, I did kind of like a repair sort of thing.
Which that's fine. I mean,
I think it was perfectly fine, because it was also like, we also kind of like did role play and we did a character establishment in kind of like a neutral location. And then we went to the adventure.
It helped to figure out the dynamic between all our characters a little bit too.
For sure. For sure. I'm trying to think. Only other thing I would probably say as far as notes for Reginald is it felt like he knew everybody, and while that's okay to sort of to I do think that you kind of have to have a bit of restraint with it, because if he knows everybody, and it, to me, it didn't feel like a thing of like you were just being buddy. It was more so like, oh, hey, Marty, I've known you for however long. That kind of felt a little bit jarring. So just kind of keeping that in mind for next time. But I think you did an excellent job of anchoring. You did a great job of taking your turns. You sort of self-corrected yourself. And honestly, I've done what you did there before, where you want to like GM another person's player. And it's something that you kind of have to just catch yourself on, and you did, which is great.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I thought it was a blast. I thought you did really well.
I was aiming for buddy though. I just did not do a good job of representing that. The only person I intended him to know directly was Mickey.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll say definitely. I guess I'm the host, so I get to decide. You are vetted. Congratulations.
I'll get that taken care of.
Yeah. Cool. Absolutely. To kind of reiterate what Uriah was saying, which was, you did do a whole lot of co-creation, and that's good. I did get the impression that a lot of the co-creation was kind of like making your character stronger and more powerful, or like in a better position. So the thing that stuck out to me was kind of like when we were interacting with Mickey, you said, okay, well, Mickey, you're my friend. Like, I've known you forever. I think you said something like that, right? And then you also said after that, like, when we started doing the Russian roulette thing, you said, "Yeah, we play this all the
played
time."
We played this a dozen times.
And that's like, okay, that is cool, but it's like by doing that, you're also kind of taking away from the other characters that aren't familiar with Russian roulette. You're like, this is old hat for me, this Russian roulette thing. It's like, it's kind of like, it's making your character cooler, but it's kind of detracting from the rest of the scene and the rest of the characters.
It kind of takes a little away from the threat of it.
Right.
Because to me, in Ryan's head, it's like, oh my God, this is terrifying. This Russian roulette thing.
Yeah. So that would be kind of my feedback on co-creation. Co-creation is really good, but one thing that I always try to do when I'm doing co-creation is create little like rakes and like spikes that my character could step on, or something that I basically toss a little trap back to the GM and I say, hey, what if my character stepped on that trap? Like sort of like
I expect it to burn in the car.
On that note, I wanted to say, I felt like Uriah read my mind when I stopped at the red light. I was about to say there was a car, but then you said the black read my mind.
Yeah. So that would be my kind of like my feedback on co-creation, because you were very skilled at co-creating lots of stuff and that's fit into the world. But I would kind of like tone back on the stuff that makes your own character cool. Like it's okay to do that some, but I would say you want to have a balance.
Yeah. I'm actually, so Elisha, I'm going to send you a document that Mr. Max wrote up. Mr. Max is kind of one of the OGs of 4D. He actually wrote up a document about co-creation, and it's sort of a way to think about the scale of co-creation, because of course with an UnPC we're a little bit more loosey-goosey with how we do things, but in a more established game there is going to be discussion about what kind of co-creation is effective, what is too much, that sort of thing. Because you don't want the game to devolve into, that scene in Toy Story 2 where it's like, well, I have my dinosaur that eats force field dogs, and sort of that actually kind of playground style of play. But I'll send you that document, and it's more so of like a checklist. It's actually kind of used in sort of session zeros for the group to talk about it and to establish it. But it gives a good examples of the different modes or levels of co-creation. That way it's kind of put into clear language.
Thank you. I'll read through that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, before I forget, I loved Cole, and I loved our interactions, because I always like kind of like having a power dynamic or like a history with another character where one character is looking up to the other character and vice versa. Like I love playing both sides of that, and so adding that texture to any game I think is a big positive, and I think it's huge. And I really loved kind of like the way that Cole acted, and I thought that was really fun. Like I always try to have some sort of relationship like that in games. So I think you did a great job. I loved it.
I liked Cole a lot. It was nice to have something a little in between Ryan and like Frank and Reginald, where Cole isn't as experienced, but he knows how to handle a gun.
Yeah,
he's a bit fucked in the head, but that's
I thought that was a really exciting scene when you were holding the gun to that woman's chest. So I thought that was
that was great.
That was a very exciting choice. So I like that a lot.
For sure.
That was the best scene in the whole night. That was the best scene. I was terrified he was going to shoot this girl, and then the cops were going to walk in.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going
I should just
Oh,
just
go ahead.
as soon as I did it, what the fuck am I doing? I
I worry that you saw my face, me going like,
yeah.
and then you're like, oh,
I
I'm doing
did.
too much. I need to step back a little. But I emote a lot when I
Just
play,
'cause-
especially when cool moments happen. So never feel like you have to
Yeah.
pull those punches just because I'm freaking out.
No,
you
it's
know?
just
Yeah.
as soon as I did it, what the fuck? I'm not the villain. What am I doing? It?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that was great because it was okay. What's that Clint Eastwood movie where he's like an old cowboy and they kill his friend? Unforgiven. Unforgiven. Have you guys seen Unforgiven? Anyway, there's a big scene which is talking about kind of your emotions when you get into a gunfight. And like how that is kind of like the overriding thing,
Yeah.
because there's the scene where Clint Eastwood is extremely calm, and there's like a posse of like 12 people that are trying to kill him, but they're all amped up, and so they're shooting wildly, and he's just cautiously boom, boom, boom. So like, I was thinking about that a lot during the scene, and it's like, if your character has just been in a gunfight, like you're gonna be like through the fucking roof. So the your kind of reaction to this woman was like true to life to me, because it's like, whoa, she like your adrenaline is like 100 million times normal.
Yeah,
you know
really
what I mean?
cool.
So I thought so, like, you may have thought it was like too much or over the top, but I thought it was like, it totally makes sense for the character's temperament and kind of like the situation that they're in. So
100%.
I thought that was great.
You see, I did shoot the guy that pulled me away,
Yeah.
and I already thought that was kind of too much. But then I just went from it.
You did execute that guy, right? Yeah. Okay.
He did.
Yeah, he's gone.
Listen, it happened in a speakeasy. We'll never be caught. Yeah. One last thing I wanted to ask. So, Silva, did you? You're from Brazil, obviously,
Yeah.
and so I think the rest of us are Americans, where we know about like prohibition and kind of like.
I know about it just like a little bit.
Yeah.
Not all of it.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, that was I was hoping that it was easy enough for everyone to pick up on.
Yeah.
So I had a blast. You did a great job.
It was a great game.
Loved it. Yeah. A lot of fun.
I mean, I want to say that Elisha, for your first 40 game, dude, it was better than mine, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, did a great job.
Thanks,
All right, guys. Let's quickly go over the comments. I usually minimize comments while the game is being played.
That's a good idea.
Let's kind of review some people that showed up. Wow, there's a lot of fucking people that came this time.
Well, I think we got the peanut gallery, the slop house theater caught wind of our of our session, and they all popped in.
Yeah. So we had Dom, we had Roger, we had Nicholas, Bacon. I don't know these guys very well, but
Thruxus is he's been in the Discord for a little while. I think he popped out and then popped back in just recently. And then the Spawner, he's floated around a couple. If he's in the Discord and his name's a little bit different, I apologize because I don't know it.
Gotcha. We got some Zonalar, and we've got a lot of commentary.
Yes.
Watchman, Heroic War. So that was a good reference.
Sure.
We went kind of like a different direction. Let's see. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
Yeah, forget it, man. It's Chinatown.
The
Such a good
Shadow.
movie.
I think this is while we were doing the world creation.
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of commentary there.
Nicholas said some really good points at the end.
Yeah, well, I'll keep scrolling down. Good point, Chris. I don't know what point this was. But I want to highlight it.
I want to highlight it. Bacon said I made a smart.
Okay. I'm just scrolling through. Credits for Elisha's character.
Heck yeah.
Huh. Zonalar is having personal audio problems. Sounds like.
Skill issue.
If you're playing, do not read chat. We're only hazing you. I think I should actually add this as a guideline for people that are getting vetted because hopefully it wasn't too distracting.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were comments.
Okay, gotcha. That's good.
As far as I'm concerned, it's just us, and
Yeah.
they're just invisible,
I was about to say,
non-existent
the moment
beings in
when-
another dimension.
when Ryan was checking if the blood was his,
Mhm.
I don't know why, but I remember the Pulp Fiction scene where
Yeah.
the character pulls the gun.
I just
behind,
shot
so-
Marvin.
Yeah. I thought we did a really good job of the physicality of being in the car. Like I felt like that was very like
Mhm.
I thought like I could totally feel it in my mind where everyone was and we're talking to each other. So I thought
For sure.
like that was great. This is a comment by Nicholas. I think this is basically true. What happened in this game is that I added Pancake as the fifth because it was Nicholas was running a little bit late, and then I was like, well, I can't now kick him out. So it's like,
You got
I was
stuck
like,
with me.
Yeah.
So I do actually agree with this for Nicholas, which is like 5 is a little suboptimal for a game
Mhm.
style like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're running a critical role 5e, sure you could have 30 players if they all
Yeah.
just sit there quietly. So it's like whatever. But with a game like this where it's so interactive and we're taking turns very strictly, like I think 3 is slightly better, or 3 players, 1 GM.
Yeah.
But hey, I love playing with everyone.
Part of the challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
We've done it a few times. I want to say the last one that I ran on my channel, we did 5. And it turned out fine. But then again, the players that I had have been playing with each other for a long time. So
Are visuals used in 4D? So in the common enemy, I think common enemy game, and that should be on YouTube, I think. Dom did use visuals, and we used characters in the background. I think we used them pretty effectively.
yeah, character art.
Yeah, so that answers Thruxus's question. Let's see if we got anything.
I mean, it's just because it's the UnPC also. It's just random.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
When we have a bit of prepping time.
Yeah.
or even
And
seconds,
typically in general, at least it's been my experience that whenever in some games and in more prepped games, it's typically just pictures. It's rarely maps. We don't really use maps or minis or things like that. It's typically just the visual aid. So it'll be a scene or a picture of a character. You know, I've done that in the past, but just little toys to play with here and there.
Cool. And some final comments by Nicholas. Oh, go ahead.
I see a final comment here. Give your character some setbacks. I think that was to me. I think I realized what I was doing and going off on that. I heard heroic, and I thought they win in the end. So why would there be setbacks?
Sure.
To be honest, I forgot about the heroic. I was just thinking about the noir.
I did too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we get the girl in the end. We save her. It's going to happen.
I really wanted to say about the ticking. What's the ticking sound in the boat?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. I don't remember what this is talking about.
I think he's making a joke.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning, because it was when we were Ryan was going to go in and talk with a girl. I like slapped him on the chest, and it's like he'll surely feel it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what that was about.
But yeah, Nicholas is just being facetious. I know he's because they were watching the session in the watch party on the server, and so I know he was just kind of like, "Oh, actually, you can't do that. It's not 4D," you know, sort of that thing.
He's technically correct.
Yep, I 100% agree here. A couple hiccups.
Yeah.
Wow. High praise from Nicholas here.
Mm,
You heard it here first. Better than crispy.
wow.
Wow.
He's not going to like that.
Yeah, okay. I think that's a wrap, guys. Any final comments or anything you want to say to the stream?
I will replace Noir.
That's right.
Do we have Dreamscape up there yet?
Dreamscape. Let me
What is
double check.
Dreamscape?
I want to say I really want to GM the next one.
You want to GM the next one? Well, you gotta
I'm
put in.
not
You gotta put in a lot of games. You know?
Unless you're
Random.
me.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Noir, Dreamscape. I think there is no Dreamscape. You want Dreamscape?
I would like to put Dreamscape.
Yeah. Can you be more specific on what you mean by that? Is that like we're all dreaming, or?
Well, so Nicholas, there's a multiplicity of ways to interpret it. You can interpret it as though everybody is asleep and they're dreaming and it's a shared dream, or it can be more like a Jumanji thing where you're normal mundane people and then extraordinary things begin to happen, but at the end of it, like after this shared experience, you wake up and all of you remember it, but maybe it didn't actually happen in the world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's a little bit more wacky. Things don't necessarily have to make sense, but basically you are normal people, and then you're normal people living normal lives, doing normal things, and then extraordinary things start to happen around you.
Oh, it's Narnia.
Yeah, kind of that vibe.
Okay.
I think Jumanji is a better way to put it because it's a regular town, and then this extra thing starts to affect
Are you talking
change.
about the old Robin Williams Jumanji or some new
Yes.
Jumanji?
No, definitely the old Robin Williams.
Okay, so in that one he gets like sucked into a kind of like a fantasy world, but then all this crazy stuff is happening. But you're talking about kind of like the vibe of normal, but then it's like beyond. It's following like dream logic. Is that kind of the idea?
Sure. Yeah. So it starts off normal, but then things start to happen that are out of this world. You know, so in Jumanji, the movie takes place in this town, but because of the board game, it starts to become transformed into this jungle paradise, not paradise, but you know, this jungle landscape.
Okay. I think I get it.
Yeah.
What do you say? The dreamscape into reality. Kind of like that.
Sure. Yeah. It's this fantastical, exaggerated. You know, or you could even do it like the Wizard of Oz thing. You know.
Yeah.
Where you start to see people that you know in your dreams, but they're playing these different parts. But I really like the idea of after it's all said and done, everybody who was in the dream, you know, all the main characters, so to speak, remember it. And it's sort of like this, whoa, did you see? Yeah, then but life's back to normal, that sort of thing. That it's a very convoluted way to put it, but I think it makes sense.
Chris, can you put Coraline up there too? Because I think that's going to be helpful if they get dark dreamscape.
Good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it.
Coraline. Is it also like James and the Giant Peach? That's kind of a deep cut.
This is going to be the longest title ever.
Let me try to explain this. But I think these are fun because it's very specific. That's why I chose this one, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
We've
done Dreamscape a couple other times, and the first time we did it, it was a bit more like it was cool because it was a one-on-one game, but it was more like, oh, I'm having a nightmare right now, and all these weird things happen. So,
all right, cool.
I think this was a lot of fun.
Thank
Yeah,
you
man.
for inviting me into this.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to have you. Good job.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm glad Nicholas was running a little late, but then ended up showing up.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm going to end stream. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.